Will have to be cut from Purdue's budget over the next 2 years after President Mitch Daniels announces a tuition freeze.
Daniels says those cuts could come from programs and even personnel, but many students say they're just happy to have more affordable schooling. News 18's Elizabeth Rentschler is live on Purdue's campus with more on when these cuts could occur. Elizabeth.
Well, Gina, when President Daniels was asked when the cuts could occur, he says decision-making and discussion about the cuts could begin as early as this month. And while administrators are busy preparing for the tuition freeze, students are busy celebrating. Purdue sophomore Matthew Rogers spends almost 20 hours a week working here at Gray House Coffee.
Regular and fog for Jake.
Rogers relies on loans to pay for his $7,000 a semester tuition. The money he earns at his job, he puts towards groceries and gas.
The point of working here isn't to save up money, it's just to help make my tuition, or my loans less.
On Friday, Purdue President Mitch Daniels announced a tuition freeze for the main campus of Purdue University for the next 2 years. Rogers says the tuition freeze will change his life.
I don't have to work as many hours to try to keep up, and I won't have to worry about taking out even more loans. The loans I do take out, they just barely cover all of it.
While it will save Rogers some big-time money, Daniels says it will actually result in about a $40 million cut in Purdue's budget over the next 2 years. But where will those cuts come from?
We'll be able to make certain decisions here, and we'll be talking about them before too very long. That cut across central administration in particular. Things as simple as simply freezing certain budgets instead of letting them go up the way it was assumed they would.
Daniels says the university spends about $2 billion a year and says about $1 billion is for the general fund budget. He says making up the $40 million for the tuition freeze can easily be done.
This is, what, a couple percent maybe each year. I'm pretty sure we can do this if we set our minds to it.
Daniels says this is just the beginning of an ongoing endeavor to find ways to make higher education more affordable, and that's something Rogers and other students appreciate.
This is a good way of him showing us that he cares.
And when asked if the other Purdue campuses could also experience a tuition freeze, Daniels says that is up to the chancellors of those particular campuses. Reporting live on Purdue's campus, Elizabeth Rentschler, News 18.